An up-and-coming YouTuber is under attack for simply telling the truth as he sees it regarding the games industry and the journalists who analyze it. Today, we're talking about JT Smash, the skyrocketing commentator here on YouTube, who is facing now legal threats from one Alyssa Mercante, she having called his wife and told her, get rid of the man. Now she's got men on her side ready to bring legal action. Hello folks, welcome back to the Pro Channel where we bring sanity to the insane. Of course, you are not insane. You're the highest IQ audience out there. And yes, we're talking to you. But just beware, be advised, we're going to be talking about some really psychotic behavior in our estimation, our opinion. And oh, by the way, we live in America where we can still have that. We're about to bring on the panel. We're going to talk about Alyssa Mercante. She is the editor-in-chief, we believe, of Kotaku, a major video game website, at least it once was, and she is taking her legal aim at someone who is rising up dramatically in the ranks of people worth listening to right here on YouTube. Well, you'll hear what's going on from the man himself, Smash JT. All right, we've got Smash JT here to talk about what's going on with Alyssa Mercante and his efforts to bring sensibilities back to gaming and to the coverage thereof. Let's go now to the to the latest. Here we go, folks. This is what I have to say about the situation. And is that a bit of hubris to pull up my post? You bet it is, but hey, that's what we've got. It says, Alyssa Mercante decides to send her esteemed attorneys after Ron Coleman and the Dylan Law Group. Best guess, she's going to wind up paying all of JT's bills and make him a superstar. Here's what she said. This is directed towards you, sir, not me. It says, we've been there before, though. Alyssa Mercante, we turned out fine, don't worry. Alyssa Mercante says, I was hopeful that Jeff would take my letter as an opportunity to be more mature, as opposed to, messaging people's wives and trying to get them to divorce them. That's very mature. But in the absence of his good sense, which Alyssa Mercante has in bountiful plenty, I will be pursuing legal remedies. Notice she doesn't say what she's going to do, just pursue some legal remedies. Maybe you'll get another envelope. Who knows? And have given my team, is that your attorneys or just, who is this team? Permission to pursue those. So I don't know where Alyssa lives. I don't want to know where she lives, but she's probably, I don't know, is she a Broncos fan? You might be getting a letter from the Denver Broncos, JT, because her team's been given permission to pursue you.
Well, Kotaku is located in New York. I presume she is somewhere in that vicinity.
You're safe. It's the Giants then. You have no worries.
Well, I don't know. I'm a Patriots fan, so the Giants did do me in a couple times. So I do have some nightmares about the Giants. But yeah, as far as the team, that does imply more than one, right? There's not like a team of one, is there?
No, well, not as far as I know. There's no me in team, but there's an M apparently. Okay, so JT, this broke this morning. I think she put this out there. When did she say that she's now going to pursue additional?
Oh, no, this was last night, and well, my time, California, is last evening in California when she tweeted that out, and then she followed it up with a couple of things, saying not to
run us through what she said. What is she after now?
So I don't know. My best guess, I was on Will of the Fans earlier before this, and I said my best guess is what she's probably going to do is probably take out a restraining order or something, even though I've never met her and never want to ever be near her. But that would be probably the first obvious step if she even gets that approved, which I don't know how that even works. And then probably try to say some things about me and things that I've hurt her mentally for something, and then try to pursue an actual case with that. And it's not going to go anywhere. That's the thing. Like I'm really torn on this mentally because it's blowing my channel up. Everyone's talking about me. It's great.
Right. You're a superstar.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to say no to that. I mean, I've been doing this for 8 years. Any attention is great attention on here. So
the great news about this, though, JT,
what's that?
Having spent 4 hours or more with you on the Valiant Renegade channel, which I had intended to only spend 2 with you, but it was wonderful to get to spend more. Blame that one on Valiant, and to have you back on again. And I've looked into your content now. You have been deserving of the spotlight, and in her imbecilic manner, she has given the spotlight to someone who always should have had it shown upon him. So in that regard, this is fantastic. And I understand your trepidation, right? So
yeah,
you might think of it this way. So, you know, if you go on an adventure and at the end of the adventure is the dragon, you don't get the treasure without facing the dragon. Alyssa she's not much of a dragon, but she's your dragon for the moment. And I think she's going to fall over and give the treasure to you, because I don't think you're going to come down off of this increase in momentum. I don't think you're going to come down off of that. Many people do. I don't get that sense from you that you will fall away.
I appreciate that genuinely. That really means a lot. I don't even know how to respond to that. Thank you. Jeez.
Let's talk about the dragon part of it. So you've got to face the dragon. You're not calling her a dragon. I am, metaphorically. So what's the danger here? I know you've got Ron Coleman, who represents us and who represented us against Black Girl Gamers, the organization, not the demographic. But you're going to be facing off now, and Alyssa seems to be going after you more. And what do you think about it?
Well, first off, thank you guys for introducing Ron Coleman to me via the BGG situation, which I covered in detail on my channel back then. And I was well versed with, I knew who Ron was before this situation even happened. So he was the first name that came to mind when I got the letter. Now, for me personally, being on the West Coast, I don't know how it works because I know Ron's in New York. So I'm like, I don't know the legalities of law and where you practice out of, where you borrow from. Well, I don't know any of that stuff. So I started with some local lawyers, talked to them at great length for what means we could pursue and things like that. Got their rates, got everything. And I was like, okay, I feel moderately comfortable with these people, but I don't really feel like they have a vested interest in anything. They're just kind of like, sure, whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I would really want Ron. I don't know if he's going to waste his time with such a BS situation. But then I was like, well, he did with the BGG thing. I don't know how tight was, if he was doing that as a favor for you guys or what, but I'm like, it couldn't hurt to reach out to him. And holy crap, he has been so kind and amazing the entire time. I've said it a million times in my videos. I don't have enough good things to say about him. And just the retort letter that he wrote for me was exactly what I was trying to put into words on paper that I couldn't do myself. And I'm like, this guy knows his shit. He's on it. And especially the last line when he almost took offense for me about how they attacked my family. I'm like, that's so unprofessional. And the way he handled it was so perfect. I'm in a very good place with him right now for that.
And JT, I don't know your politics, and we're not a political show, but I will say that when you called Ron and he said, hang on just a moment, I'm finishing up with the former president. I'll talk to you in just a second. You knew you had an attorney with some sort of gravitas, so that's always
Big
a positive. That's
Big
right.
time.
That's right. All right. So I'm sure Alyssa's crackpot attorneys are going to do a great job, emphasis on the crack and the pot, but they're going to do a wonderful job. Tom, what's your thoughts on Alyssa Mercante and her? I guess this continuing lawfare now being waged by some.
Sounds like she needs a good
Access
lawyer.
Media.
Look, I don't
Tom,
really.
This is my attempt to make sure they come after you and not me next.
I was gonna say I don't have much to add to this because I don't really know much about this individual other than by name and what do you call it? Reputation. Yeah, exactly. So, like, I mean, other than that,
Okay. Let me give you let me give you an easier one, Tom. What do you think about Kotaku? How's it going over there?
I love tacos.
Oh yeah, they're really good.
No.
Run for the bell.
No, Kotaku.
All right, JT,
Oh,
let's
look at
talk
you, Miss
about
Smarty Pants.
future steps, and we'll get the panel's thoughts in addition. But JT, what are the next steps that you've got? I guess we're in a wait and see in terms of whether or not Alyssa is going to actually elicit some sort of legal maneuver against you beyond just mean words.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what her end game is on this because legally she doesn't have a case like at all after talking to Ron about it. So then I start to wonder what her ulterior motives are to it. One, to destroy my brand for some reason, even though I'm a nobody in the grand scheme. Two, to grow her brand. And then when I see that she announces that she's starting a Twitch channel. She sees the Kotaku ship sinking. She's trying to create a parachute right now for herself and grow her brand to jump ship and have a place to land and have an audience potentially. But it's weird because, like, yes, she has an audience. I don't know how supportive the modern audience would be to show up to her channel often enough to support her.
She's telling the dozen or so that are interested not to harass you. So that's a positive thing. She's the one.
Hey,
she's the one going to do that. No minions needed.
This coming after she literally doxes my full name, my full legal name in the previous post, and then says, "Oh, by the way, don't direct anything hateful or harassing towards him." Like, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's trying. She thinks she's smarter than she is, which is exactly what gets her in trouble. And then she gets really angry when people call her out on why she's wrong. So she's
the most publicly available narcissist I've seen in a while.
And that's saying a lot.
And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. We are done for now, but don't worry. Do not fret. Not yet, for more content is still coming your way 4 times a day right here on the Pro Channel. What a joy it has been to share our time with you. We hope you feel the same. Adding value to your every single day is our job here, and we take it very seriously. Folks, the only thing we ask in return is that you consider clicking that like button. Share, subscribe, click it. Stick it to those algorithms. It's the notification bell. And drop a comment right on down below. And folks, if you'd like to subscribe to our partner YouTube channels, That Park Place, That Pod Place, That Game Place, and some of those radio stations like Vacation Radio, well, we certainly would appreciate it. Until the next time we have the honor of spending time and being invited into your day, folks, we go on our way saying this: keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.